Greetings one and all, and welcome back to Zayfard Plays Galactic Civilizations 3. Or in fact, to a new series. Yes, I realise I still haven't finished the Altavian Alliance series. I do plan to finish that, I genuinely do. But we have just had a new patch coming out, and we all know what this means by now with me. A new patch comes out, I've got to do a series on it. And I've got to explore it, I've got to see what the new patch has. But this time, not only has there been a new patch, there's been some new DLC, so I thought, well, I can't pass this up, I've got to try it. And if I'm going to try it, I want to share it with you guys. So I've got the latest DLC, which is the Rise of the Terrans campaign. Well, sure, it's the Rise of the Terrans DLC, which includes the Rise of the Terrans campaign, which is a prequel to the campaign that comes with Galactic. Well, Galactic 3. I think it's set before Galactic 1. Not sure, as I've never actually played the other Galactics. So yeah, I thought that's what I'm going to try out today. I should show us some of the new features in the game, which include things like mining and scorched earth. But the first one I'm going to be playing, just looking through what these images are, awesome, is going to be the Rise of the Terrans campaign. Now, it's 2 parts. I do hope to do both of them, but that will rely on me being able to, you know, successfully beat the first part. Not always the easiest thing for me to do, it must be said. So, we'll start with Haven. The year, January 2178. 10 years have passed since Earth has heard from the Arcenian Empire. Tired of waiting, humanity now is ready to take its first steps into the galaxy. Lead them as they found their first colonies, face their first challenges, and encounter the Zendar. Okay, that meant almost nothing to me. I ain't gonna lie there. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this is. Now, I do know that there is a new race in this, and that is a Terran race, which is different to the original. So this is probably the race we're going to play, because it's the Terrans from this era. Let's see. We are playing as United Earth, which is a new faction, to be honest. That's going to be quite cool. We are against the Stellar Guild. That means nothing to me. And space monsters. I'm assuming they're monsters in space. But I could be wrong. So, the objectives for this campaign: we need to colonize Alpha Centauri, colonize Proxima Ursa, colonize Haven, I would explain the name, possibly kill Space Monster, okay, and confront the Stellar Guild, whatever that means. I mean, defeat them I can understand, but confront? Anyway, let's get in there, let's see what this map gives us. I'm actually quite excited. This is first new race in a while, and a proper campaign rather than a one-off mission, so this is really cool. At least I hope so. I want to see what this is. I'm excited. I actually didn't plan to record this tonight. It's been an absolute manic week at work, but I can't not. I was too excited to not play this. Okay, United Earth with a nice, cool logo. The galaxy is ours. 10 years have passed since the Arcenian Empire sent humanity the instructions to build a Stargate, inviting them to join the larger galactic community. But humanity returned their gift in a surprising way. They reverse engineered the Stargate technology and then took it further. Combining it with their own great breakthrough, cascading fusion, they were able to create a new drive system that would allow a starship to travel faster than light anywhere in the galaxy without a Stargate. Shortly after these well-meaning engineers shared this new hyperdrive with the Arcenians, all contact with them was lost. Humanity has decided to explore the galaxy on its own. They have finished the first 2 of their colossal new colony ships and are ready to take their first steps out of their home system. And we have a message. Ah, I'm a Secretary General! Excellent! Hello, Secretary General. I am the Autonomous Technology and Autonomous Mechanism. You may call me Atom. That's a bad pun. I have been created to help you manage and command our new fleet of colony ships as we begin our push to the stars. Well, that's cute. Do you have anything to report? Or just saying hello? Or is there some reason your creators could not make this report? Yeah, you know what, that. They say they are hoping I'll be able to assist you on a 24-hour basis and do not want to interfere with the experiment. But I believe they are hoping that if I work out, they will have yet another technology to sell to the new races we encounter. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I guess I'm willing to help advance science, but once this experiment is over, I would like to see a real person reporting to me. Or, well, I give them credit for optimism, but I doubt other races would want to get their news from robots. No, the first one. I'll make sure they know your feelings on the matter. In the meantime, I'll be available when you need me. Is there anything I can do for now? Yeah, get off my screen. I have colony ships. Of course. But you want to know that our astronomers have located several promising stars, but they cannot guarantee they will have habitable worlds. They have assured me that the flagship will be able to find new habitable worlds much faster than our Earthbound researchers have been able to. The closest of these is Alpha Centauri. That's cool, that's I'm assuming, probably accurately, that this is lovingly ripped off from Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri, the sequel in so many ways to Civilization 2. Fantastic game, one of the first PC games ever played. Beautiful game. And yes, I will say now, I am planning to do Civilization 6 on the channel when that comes out in the autumn. I'm already looking forward to that one. Well, excellent. Starting today, the human race will span the stars. Hey, so what have we got? Survey ship and 2 colony ships. No battleships. Oh, I always do this after playing Stellaris for a while. I use the middle mouse to move things. Alpha Centauri, Mars. Really don't want Mars. Okay. Alpha Centauri is a desert planet. That's new, seeing those symbols. So this has had an overhaul. And these are asteroids. Now these are one of the new things. You have to build a mining base, which will cost money, cost 500 credits, but it'll improve the productivity of the world you assign it to. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. So let's start by sending you off to survey some systems. We've got a very small area. Get you over to Alpha Centauri. We do need that. Yeah, we need Alpha Centauri and Proxima Ursa, wherever that is. Okay, so technology for us. I think, let's see, warfare, not yet. Universal translator. I don't want to start with that actually. I'm not convinced there are other people. Interstellar travel, that could be useful. But I think actually to start with, planetary improvement. Yeah, planetary improvements. Let's get better. Let's get some farms, hospitals. Actually, I do like the way they've changed the map there. Okay, so, and this is unusual. It makes sense, but this is unusual in campaigns that we've started with absolutely nothing, completely from scratch. So, what am I going to want? Well, production would be a good starting point, as would some research. Just do 3 of each for now, leave me some wriggle room for later. Promethean Reserve. Oh, that's new. Is this unique to this species? Or is that available for everyone? As for you, let's have you go up here, see what you can find in this solar system. Or this twin system. Okay, what have we got? Constructors, always useful. Get some constructors out into the wild. Oh, we have an incoming message. Our flagship is reporting back that its new survey module is working well. They've already found several valuable artifacts. They are also reporting that there seems to be an abundant evidence of older races that must have travelled the stars without stargates. Okay, so we can either go, this is interesting news, the Arseans made no mention of such races, I wonder what else they are hiding, or the captain said to watch for any valuable technology. Weapons in particular, as we may need them sooner than we hoped. You know what, that's that one. Look for any valuable tech, so in fact, go after that artifact. Our colony ship can go out and look. Okay. Oh! Several private concerns have expressed interest in setting up mining bases on the local asteroids. Each of these bases will be a substantial upfront investment on our part, should require almost no further investment of time or money. Excellent. Tell them we'll put them to work as soon as we can afford to get them out there. Keep in mind that these bases will be privately operated. If they fall under the influence of other races, they will likely begin selling their resources to them. Okay, so this seems to be a tutorial campaign for the new patch. So it's basically saying, go out to the mining, and that's one of the cool things, you know, you build it, and as long as you've got it within your area of influence, you're getting resources from it. Or actually, no, not resources. Production. The world is attached to gets more production. But if somebody else gets into their region, you lose it. Which is pretty cool, I like that. Ah, we have our first anomaly again. Of course! Yes, that's one of the other big changes. I'd actually forgotten that. A mysterious orb floating in deep space scans your survey ship before self-destructing. In the aftermath, one of your less intellectually gifted crew members shows remarkable and sudden brilliance. He makes an astounding technological breakthrough before his head explodes. Literally, unfortunately. We get planetary improvement and some experience points, so that's one of the new things. Our craft now get experience points. They get better hull, better damage. That's really cool. That's going back to some of the stuff from the Civilization franchise, which is pretty cool. You know, I do like that. It's one of the things I missed not being in the game. It just feels odd that they're not there. So yeah, we've now got some treasury and some more experience points. And there we have the experience. So we now have an extra, but because we've leveled up, we have an extra 5% hit points. That is really good. Okay. Anything here? No. Okay. That's a shame. Research is complete though. Half the fun of moving to a new place is fixing it up to suit your needs. That's harder when the new place is an entire alien planet. We're finally developing the tools and the technologies to do just that. Fantastic. So planetary specialization. Extra food. I've got the tactics now. I like having big empires. Lots of people living in our empire. I just like that idea. Okay, let's get you out looking at more planets. As for you, more space junk, please. Okay. Alpha Centauri is colonized. Our colony ship has successfully landed on Alpha Centauri. Early reports are that while habitable, the planet is not what we might have hoped for. It's primarily desert, and growing food will be difficult. Well, it may not be perfect, but it is an alien world. We can use it as a base to explore further into the galaxy. Excellent! And we have our first colony. Brilliant. So oh, this really is pants, isn't it? Okay. Research there. I think some farms here to grow quicker. Not research, factory. Why did I say that was research? Okay. So if I do soil enhancement here, I can do some good research here. There's going to be a small factory world, but it is better than nothing. General Secretary, we have received an urgent message from our Alpha Centauri colony. They have found a primitive form of life in the underground aqueducts that span the planet. The water will be invaluable in making the world more habitable, but many of the colonists insist that we must not interfere with the newfound life form. Sensible? Well, our first action towards the life on our nearest neighbour must not be destructive. Do not use the water. Well, that's a really kind way to be, but it does put our people in jeopardy, and they are our first concern. Or certainly we must preserve this life form, but our colonies must come first. Use the water, but preserve the organism. That's sensible. Well, I think we can now safely say that life is common in the galaxy. One less microbe will not be missed. Use the water. Oh, I don't think I'm going to go malevolent in this run. So once I finish the campaign and do my first try of 1.8 as it on its own, I think I may do. But I think pragmatic. We've got to be pragmatic this time. We must preserve them, but our colonists' needs do come first. So, what do we want? We could go negotiator, which I don't think is going to be that useful. Neither's the traders in this. It's basically a one-on-one game. So, vigilant, That could be really useful. Takeoff was less, harder to take off, but maybe not that useful. Builders, on the other hand, that is useful. We'll get 3 free constructors, and it'll improve things as we go along. Okay, so first constructor. You can get up here, claim the Promethean and the Durantium. Second, you can go over here, claim the Illyrium. And third, you can go just here and give me an economic ring. Excellent, our first starbase. And of course, economic ring. We'll put in defences. That's brilliant. I love this new system. 1.7, the way they add, with them adding stuff, the stuff they added, being able to have these places automatically send out ships to you. And I think they've changed the design of these. I think they're the same structure but different colouring. I rather like that. Okay. So we have our first colony. Okay, let's get back to Earth. I've now got Xeno farms. Let's get those out. Now I'll come back and make a decision on that later. Still not quite sure what I want to do there. The space junk's got us 1 treasury, that's not great. Oh, we've received an update from Alpha Centauri. Despite our best efforts, the life form in the subterranean waters seem to be dying off. Our scientists suspect that the damage is irreversible. The Governor would like permission to make full use of the water now that damage is done. We could go protect the life form at all cost, put researchers on it full time. The colonists will just have to survive with the water allotment. Or, perhaps he is right, try and save the life form, but use the water to help the colony grow. I mean, it's the first thing I've just seen here. This is quite dark and sad as the storyline, but it makes sense. And it seems to have branching storylines in here, which is pretty cool, actually. I like that. So what do we want to do? Because I'm going to make this decision sort of colour the rest of this campaign. Well, we've gone out there just to explore and not be killers, so actually protect the life form at all costs. Now I wonder what that's going to do to Alpha Centauri. You know, if it's going to make a massive difference. Okay, so that's done. Well, you can go get some more space junk. Treasury and experience, fine. Oh, some Illyrium there. Let's get you going further. I want to find some more worlds. Oh, General Secretary. Some of our put your teeth in, Zayfard. Analysts have noted a growing trend that they feel you need to be aware of. Some dissatisfied colonists have begun organising a group calling themselves the Stellar Guild. They are very critical of Earth's control of the colonisation process. Perhaps what is most concerning is they seem to be getting support from some wealthy factions on Earth itself. Right, so the Stellar Guild is us. Okay, interesting. They have a right to, so our options are: they have a right to complain. We will have to be more careful on our next colony. Or, have our intelligence agencies keep an eye on them. I want to know if they're doing anything more than complain. That's very sensible. Or, we do not have time for disunity during this historic time. Round up any colonists that are no members and ship them back to Earth. I don't like that. Just on a... No, that's not good. We're going to be pragmatic. We're just going to keep an eye on them. We're not going to do anything bad. We're just going to keep an eye on them. However, soil enhancement is done. We now get extra food. Our farming technology has improved dramatically, and we're beginning to see enhanced crops yield as a result. The carrots still have a weird taste, but we're working on it. Carrots already have a weird taste. You might tell I'm not the biggest fan of carrots. Okay, let's get some industry so we can get better ships. Well, better everything, because I reckon we're not going to have much of a war here. Watch me be wrong, chaps. But I really don't think we're going to have problems with war. Well, apart from the space monsters, who... they're doing something. Let's see, kill the space monster. I may not even have to touch it. Okay. Excellent, plenty over here. Plenty of things to look at. Brilliant. Ooh, actually, I could get both of those. Perfect. The more the merrier, I say. Okay. Nothing for you to colonize there, which is a shame. Oh, nearly one more move and I've got it. Excellent. Okay. Let's get you turned into a mining starbase. Excellent. Oh, and that's done. Everything is harder on the surface of an alien world. Every machine we own having to be adjusted for the differences in gravity or atmosphere. All our old constants and empirical shortcuts have to be thrown out and rewritten. Fantastic. Well, let's see. Research plus 10%. Yeah, we're going to do research specialization. I always like a good bit of research. Okay. Mining ring? Military ring. I did a military ring. That was really, really silly, wasn't it? Okay, well, I've done it, so I'll have to live with it. I may as well upgrade it. Okay, Zayfard, remember, middle mouse is Stellaris to move. Left mouse is for Galactic. Get it right this time. Drug Starbase. Mining ring. We may as well get some defense in place. Excellent. Okay. Our scouts have found several large relics floating in deep space. From what we can tell, they are ancient. The technology required to construct such huge structures is well beyond us or any alien race we have encountered. Our scientists have started calling the relic creators the Precursors. They are asking that a starbase be built nearby so they can make further studies. If there's any... Okay, so... Oh. Sorry guys, a bit tickly throat again today. So we have options that are allow them to be studied, but these ancient treasures must not be damaged. Sensible, I'd say. Or, is there any chance that these precursors will come back for their relics? Oh, that's a good question. Excellent. Tell them to do whatever it takes to learn the secrets of these precursors. Take them apart piece by piece if needed. Yeah, you know what? Is there any chance they're coming back? They seem confident that they have been abandoned for millennia. We may soon have to worry about other races staking claims to them, however, which is why they're so eager to get the star bases built as soon as possible. Okay, so we can either... I will make it a high priority, but our colonies come first, or we don't have time to study rusty old ruins, no matter how No, of course we have time to study them. And we have our first Durantium mine, and our first Illyrium mine. And we have a manufacturing relic. Okay. You know what, that's almost ready, so I'll rush by that constructor. Okay, so, any world for you to colonize? Oh, yes there is, a class 7. That'll do me nicely. As for you, there's an artifact there. Go and grab that for me, please. No, okay, I was trying to see if I could queue stuff up. But ideology's done again. So, coordinates. So our shipyards will decay at a slower rate, which is fantastic. Speaking of which, I haven't added the extra sponsor. There we go, Alpha Centauri. Okie dokie. Things are going well here. There seems to be no one around, other than us. Okay, we'll get this idle ship over here. See if we can get that Illyrium as well as the manufacturing relic. We have Proxima Ursa. Our colony ship has landed on Proxima Ursa 2. This one is slightly higher quality than Alpha Centauri, but still not as habitable as Earth. It does, however, have an Earth-like climate, and we should be able to thrive there without too much struggle. There appears to be scattered native life, but none of it is sentient. However, they have found ruins of structures that were at one time inhabited. Okay, so we could have our archaeologists study the ruins carefully. So, surely there must be a great deal to learn from the past of this world. Okay, that makes sense. Or find out what happened to the original inhabitants. We need to know if they died off naturally or if something more dangerous happened. Oh yeah, we need... I'm loving this one. Unlike a lot of the other, message ones, we have the benevolent, pragmatic and malevolent, where they don't always seem to make sense, the choices. This does. It's tied into the world, which is awesome. It's telling a story, which is awesome. And the options make sense for them being pragmatic, benevolent or malevolent. It's awesome. I've said the word awesome a lot, but I'm loving this one. Search the ruins for anything useful and demolish anything that we cannot use. Humanity is the future of Proxima Ursa. Now, no! Find out if something more dangerous happened to them. We need to know why they died. Okay, so this is approval, so that's useful. Let's see. So I can do a planetary soil upgrade there. So, no, not Xenofarm. Factory. Research. Soil upgrade. Then some farms. And I'm going to wait till there's something useful to do with that one, to be honest. Let this grow up nicely. Excellent, we are doing really well here. I'm wondering where the story is going to go, because this clearly is a tiny map, with not much for us to do. Okay, well, our rapidly expanding frontiers have made available thousands and thousands of new things to look at under a microscope. Expanding our research capabilities will allow our scientists to keep up. Fantastic, and I'm getting edgy. I'm actually getting edgy. I would like some weapons. We've been left alone here. This doesn't seem right. Why are we left alone on such a small map? I'm feeling nervous here. Especially as I know there's some space monsters. Okay. You can go over here. Oh wait, no, you're already doing that. You. I'm not sure where I want you yet. Proxima, actually. I think you'll be really useful over there. And of course, we're going to want to get Proxima Ursa. Putting production towards the shipyard. We've got some more treasury and some more experience. Excellent. Let's see, level 3. Plus 10% health. Fantastic. Get you over here. I want to see what else is out there. Oh! We've received a disturbing report from our shipyard on Earth. It appears the Silly Guild activists have managed to construct a ramshackle colony ship of their own and stolen several constructor modules. They have somehow managed to slip out of the Sol system without being noticed. All we know is that they were last seen heading towards Sirius. But we will not stop them if they wish to risk colonizing on their own, as long as they do not threaten our colonies. Good thinking, actually. Or, well, they will soon learn the hard way how important it is to have Earth backing them. If they survive, that is. True. Or, round up anyone who helped with this plan, they can pay for the cost of the stolen modules while they rot in prison. I'm going to go pragmatic again, for more ideology. New starbase give one additional module. Brilliant. In fact, let's look back at our first starbase. Factory module now available. That's all the only one we can do, but that's good to see. And now the factory will be kept up to date. Oh! A strange report from Proxima Ursa. Apparently, a local scout disappeared while surveying the system. The last report was of some sort of large spacefaring creature moving through deep space. The pilot said he wanted to take a closer look, but he was not heard from again. That's worrying. The planetary governor requests that we send some armed ship to track down this space monster and make sure it is not a threat to the colony. Or, well, so options here are pragmatic or malevolent. There is no benevolent here. Interesting and kind of cool. Tell them we will send a ship when it is available, but to order their people to avoid the creature if they see it again. 4. Excellent, our first chance at interstellar hunting. We'll dispatch an offensive ship as soon as possible. Well, we're going pragmatic. You know, we'll get someone there, we can't have them attacking our people, but, you know, give this creature some space. Okay. New research. We have our weapon systems. The best defense is a good offense. Interestingly, so is the best defense. With that in mind, we developed weapon systems which should prove very well suited to space-based defense and, as discussed, offense. Fantastic. So, what do I want here? Reduce the mass, reduce the cost, or better accuracy? I think accuracy for our weapons this time. That'll be really useful. And what have we got? Most of them are prototypes. Prototype bomber, which needs stuff. Okay. Prototype assassin. So I've only really got prototypes, but I can definitely build one of these as I have Illyrium. So let's build the prototype. Send that out to try out how things go. And in the meantime, we're going to need to find that alien. However, I'm afraid I have run out of time for today's episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a slow start, but this is a interesting story actually. Much stronger than some of the others I've seen. So far I'm really pleased with this. And it's really interesting that we seem to be fighting against ourselves for some reason, as we have factions go off against us somewhere out in the black. Looks like I was right to get some ships together, which is cool. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how this ends, and for seeing part 2. So thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you'll join me on the next episode. However, until then, farewell.